For decades, John Deere has been a cornerstone of American farming. From the expansive plains to the gentle hills, these machines have been ever present, aiding farmers in tilling the soil and gathering their harvests. The distinctive green and yellow tractors symbolize hard work, innovation, and the core values of rural America. These machines are more than just equipment. They represent the tenacity and spirit of the American farmer. Since its founding in 1837, John Deere's groundbreaking farm machinery has transformed agricultural practices, turning the United States into a farming powerhouse. Early plows and tractors from the company enabled more land to be farmed with less effort, forever altering American agriculture. The company's expansion paralleled the growth of American farming, creating jobs, nurturing communities, and feeding the nation. As John Deere grew, so did the towns and cities that depended on its machinery, fostering a mutually beneficial relationship that spurred economic development. The bond between John Deere and rural communities extended beyond manufacturing farm machinery. It was about creating a legacy rooted in the land and the people who worked it. This relationship was built on trust, shared values, and a mutual understanding of the challenges and victories in American agriculture. John Deere was more than a brand. It was a partner in every farmer's journey. John Deere stood for more than just a company. It embodied a way of life. Seeing a John Deere tractor in the field was a testament to the enduring spirit of the American farmer, a symbol of hope and resilience. However, this legacy is now entering a new and uncertain phase as the company shifts its operations abroad. This move has raised concerns among the farming communities that have long relied on John Deere, prompting questions about the future of this iconic brand and its role in American agriculture. By the mid-2020s, rumors of transformation began to ripple through the heartland. Confronted with rising global competition and the need to boost profits, John Deere unveiled a series of strategic changes. Manufacturing facilities, some of which had been integral to rural communities for decades, were marked for closure. Production was being relocated overseas, to nations with lower labor costs and more lenient environmental standards. This strategic move, presented as essential for maintaining the company's edge in a global market, sent shockwaves through rural America. The announcement was met with a mix of anger, feelings of betrayal, and deep uncertainty. To many, it seemed as though the long-standing bond between John Deere and the communities it supported was being severed. The economic consequences of John Deere's restructuring were swift and harsh. The shutdown of factories led to significant job losses, causing hardship for families and communities that had depended on John Deere for decades. The impact rippled through the local economies. Small businesses, from diners to hardware stores, suffered as the purchasing power of laid-off workers diminished. The reduction in tax revenue from closed factories and shrinking populations put a strain on local governments. Schools, fire departments, and other essential services faced budget reductions, further weakening the fabric of these once vibrant communities. The economic distress was evident, leaving many to wonder if their towns could endure the loss of their primary employer. John Deere's decision to shift production overseas came during a time of intense global trade conflicts. Tariffs, designed to protect domestic industries, turned out to be a double-edged sword for the company. Although meant to shield American businesses from foreign competition, these tariffs also increased the cost of imported parts, affecting John Deere's profitability. The tariffs introduced a layer of uncertainty, complicating future business planning. The unpredictable nature of global trade policies added to the difficulties faced by John Deere and the communities dealing with the company's changes. Section 5. More than machines: the human cost of corporate change. Beyond the headlines and economic figures are the personal stories of individuals and families whose lives were disrupted by John Deere's corporate decisions. Take Sarah, for instance, a single mother who dedicated over 20 years to working at the John Deere plant in her hometown. The closure of the plant meant she lost her job, her health insurance, and her sense of stability. Or think about Michael, a third-generation John Deere worker who, after being laid off, had to relocate his family across state lines to find new employment. These narratives, echoed countless times across the American heartland, illustrate the profound human cost of corporate change. Section 6. The wrenching choice, balancing profits and people. The John Deere narrative prompts us to reflect on the role of corporations in our society. It urges us to consider the responsibilities that accompany corporate power and influence. In a world marked by globalization and intense competition, how can companies balance the need for profitability with their obligations to the communities and workers who have fueled their success? This is a question that extends beyond John Deere to all corporations in today's interconnected landscape. Is there a way to chart a sustainable course that benefits both shareholders and stakeholders? Can companies innovate to ensure long-term growth while also promoting community well-being and environmental sustainability? The choices made by corporations like John Deere have wide-reaching implications, far beyond balance sheets and quarterly earnings. These decisions affect workers' livelihoods, local economies' health, and community fabric. Corporations have the power to shape lives, build communities, or leave devastation behind. Decisions made in corporate boardrooms can determine whether a town flourishes or fades away. The John Deere case highlights the intricate balance between corporate interests, globalization, and the lives of everyday Americans. It emphasizes the need for a balanced approach that considers both economic success and social responsibility. As we look ahead, the challenge remains. Can we foster a business environment where profits and people coexist harmoniously? Chapter 7. An Uncertain Harvest. The future of John Deere and rural America. As John Deere evolves, the fate of the company and the rural communities it once supported remains uncertain. The company's heritage, once closely linked with the American heartland, now stands at a pivotal point. Will John Deere manage to balance its global aspirations with its duty to the communities that have been integral to its success? The resolution of this question will significantly impact the future of American manufacturing, the vitality of rural areas, and the essence of the American dream. Chapter 8. Beyond the Fields. A call for corporate responsibility. In the heartland of America, where fields stretch to the horizon and rural communities flourish, there lies a deeper narrative that demands our attention. The story of John Deere is not an isolated case. It mirrors a larger trend impacting many small towns and rural areas across the country. It represents the broader challenges faced by numerous communities in the United States as globalization transforms the economic landscape. Factories shut down, jobs disappear, and once vibrant local economies struggle to survive. This is a call to action for a more responsible and sustainable business approach, one that transcends profit margins and quarterly earnings. It's about acknowledging the interconnectedness of corporate success and community well-being. When businesses prosper, so do the communities that support them. Our future depends on our collective ability to find a balance between economic growth and social responsibility. This balance is essential for the long-term sustainability of both businesses and the communities they serve. It envisions a future where corporations are not just profit-driven entities, but also pillars of support for the communities they belong to, and stewards of the communities and workers who contribute to their success. This stewardship involves investing in local infrastructure, education, and healthcare. It envisions a future where the pursuit of prosperity is a shared endeavor that benefits everyone. When one part of the community thrives, it creates a ripple effect that uplifts all. A shared endeavor that benefits everyone. Together, we can build a future where economic success and social responsibility go hand in hand, creating a more equitable and sustainable world for generations to come.